This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium training session. This Infinium training session is entitled, Who Hurt You? The God Factor. Now, warning, this video will contain explicit language, so if you have young ones in the room, please have them exit the room before continuing with this video. Now, my MGTOW brothers, in a prior video, I described a phenomenon called the inner bitch emergence. And that is where you get into a relationship with a woman and you find out who she really is. You find out because of the inner bitch emergence that she's different from what you thought she was. But this video will describe what can happen to you when a particular type of woman, a woman who claims to be a Christian, who is operating under the guise of Christianity, when she approaches you and tries to get you entrapped into her Venus flytrap. One of the things that a woman who operates under the guise of Christianity will do to you as a MGTOW man is to try to shame you into a relationship with her. She will basically say that I am not like the prior woman. I am a Christian. I will not do the things that she did to you. I will not lie to you. I will be loyal to you. I will support you. I will nurture you. I will do all the things that I am supposed to do as a Christian woman. But in reality, my MGTOW brothers, that is a big lie. Again, she will use her quote-unquote Christianity, her quote-unquote faith in God to try to shame you off of the MGTOW path. She will try to get you to stray off of that path because she says, again, I am not like that woman. I'm not like the woman that you had in the past. And that's even if you had a relationship with a Christian woman and it failed, she will claim to be not like that woman. She will also state that it's your duty to marry. It's your duty to have a woman in your life, and that God created women to be in your life. That's the way of things. That's the way of Christianity, that a man should marry. A man should have a wife. But in reality, what the biblical standard is under the new covenant, it says otherwise. It says it's better not to marry. 1 Corinthians 7, for example. Women who hide behind the guise of Christianity are the most diabolical when it comes to enslavement to the feminist plantation state. They are, for one thing, they are delusional. For example, I had a woman, a so-called Christian woman, tell me right up front and in all seriousness that she was a reconstituted virgin, that God had reconstituted her virginity. She told me that flat out and in all seriousness. But in reality, my MGTOW brothers, it was just saying, I'm a run-through thought who was hiding behind the guise of Christianity, who was trying to get somebody enslaved to my Venus flytrap. These women are highly controlling, abusive, and demanding, and they use God as an excuse to do anything and everything to you. They will enslave you. They will beat you down. They will shame you at every opportunity. The prior video that I gave, those examples, all three of those women claim to be devout Christians. But yet these things happen to me. Yet all those things happen to me. The third example, she again demanded that I pick her up from work, take her to work, feed her peeps, fix her car, do anything and everything for her And she also demanded of me that should we marry, I would have to get a vasectomy right away because she did not want kids right away. She made those demands of me. But yet, again, as I cited in the example, she did not want to help me put on my coat on a snowy day. They are hypocrites. Again, they are demanding, controlling, and they will destroy your life. Now, even further, they will use every excuse to not submit to you. So let's say you do get married to one of these women, that claim to be a Christian. They will not submit to you as their husband. They will not do it. Even though there is a biblical standard that wives should submit to their husbands. It is stated in the Bible to do these things. They will not do it. Rather, they will rule over you. They will, again, torment you, beat you down, and eventually, ultimately, divorce rape you and take everything you have. As I've seen with friends that have gone through that process who married a quote-unquote Christian woman. Because of their hypocrisy, they are the worst when it comes to the inner bitch emergence. I have cited an example when I was out shopping one day in a grocery store, and a woman who apparently was a Christian or quote-unquote Christian approached me and tried to flirt with me, which I told her to immediately just leave me alone. She kept persisting. I kept insisting. And she eventually had an inner bitch emergence right there, got mad, and asked me who the fuck was I for telling her not to talk to her. She also told me that I, as a man, could not tell a woman to not speak to her, to me. That I could not, as a man, tell a woman to not speak to me. That's what she said. And that, my brothers, my MGTOW brothers, is hypocrisy. Because I submit to you that I, as a man, I will not tolerate a woman who I say to just leave me alone and won't do it. I will not tolerate a woman in my life like that. And furthermore, I will state that I determine who is in my life, who is out of my life, not a woman. That's what happens. That's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from as a MGTOW man. I determine, not a woman who's trying to get me trapped into a Venus flytrap. Now, if you're a believer in Christ, which again, if you read in the Bible, that being a MGTOW is fully, you'll find that being a MGTOW is fully compatible with being a believer in Christ. Because the Bible advises men to stay single. It advises men to not touch women. It advises men to not marry women. But again, if you get entangled with one of these women who claim to be Christians, who operated under the guise of Christianity, they will cause your faith in God to be destroyed. They can do it. They can do it because of the way that they operate, the things that they do to you, because it is an ultimate mind game. It is something that says that, or gives you the sense that God is on their side and God is condoning what they're doing to you as a man. That's what it can do to you, my MGTOW brothers. Again, these women bring nothing to the table but trouble. They bring nothing to the table, to your table, as a man, but trouble. They will not support you. They will not nurture you. They will not undergird you. They will not be faithful to you. They will not do it. They will not do it, but rather they will use the guise of being a Christian woman to do everything and anything to you as a man, and which ultimately will destroy you and to tear you apart, as I've seen other men who have experienced this inhibition emergence with a female who is operating under the guise of Christianity, as I've seen it happen over and over again, where they're targeted, where they're destroyed, their lives are ripped apart. And some of them, as I cited in the prior videos, have committed suicide because of it, because they felt they were in error, when in actuality, they were not. So my MGTOW brothers, if you encounter a woman who tries to crack you under the guise of being a Christian, tell her to go away from you. Tell her to leave you alone. My MGTOW brothers, again, there are no unicorns, whether they say they're Christian or not. There are no unicorns. There are no unicorns. Again, from the prior video, a single mother who, again, wanted to warn me about the one I was going to marry, the one I thought who loved me, which I did not mention this in the video, who felt so adamantly about what was about to happen to me. She was prepared to attend my wedding, to stand up and protest, to stand up and object when the pastor says, are there any objections to this union? She was prepared to do it. She felt that strongly about it. She told me flat out in that conversation, all the women in the churches are whores. That was in the 80s. And you can only imagine what is going on right now. With the entrenchment of feminism, with the entrenchment of the feminist plantation state, which the institutional church walks hand in hand in, you can only imagine, my MGTOW brothers, what's going on right now. There is no benefit to you as a man, as a MGTOW man, to cohabitate with or to marry a woman in this day and age, no matter what they say they are, no matter if they say that they are Christian or not. And so my MGTOW brothers, again, if a woman approaches you and tries to crack you using the guise of Christianity, I would say to you, my MGTOW brothers, beware. I would say to you, cut her off and tell her to go MYOB, because it is no benefit to you. The only thing that you can do, my MGTOW brothers, is to stay on the MGTOW path, stay free, and go your way. Enjoy yourselves, enjoy your freedom, because, again, there is no benefit. There is no benefit to having a woman in your life. You must understand these things, and you must consider these things. Again, look around you. Look around you to the things that are happening to men these days. Look around you to those men that you know who are going through the things that they are going through. You don't want to go through those things. You don't want to experience those things. My MGTOW brothers, stay free. Take care of yourselves. Put yourselves first. Never mind these women that say that I am a Nawalt, I am a Christian, I serve God, I worship God, because it's all lies. Don't believe them. Don't believe them, my brothers. And look at what the reality of things are. The reality of things are that this is another form of desperation. on the part of women. And you, my MGTOW brothers, you are the ones that are prizes. And they are using, again, the guise of Christianity to entrap you into their Venus flytraps and cause you to be enslaved in the feminist plantation state. Stay free, my brothers. Stay sound. And keep your eyes open for all these things that the women do to you. Because again, your freedom is incalculable in terms of the value that it has to your life. This has been the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium training session. My MGTOW brothers, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.